Have you ever wondered which Squid Game characters are the dumbest and smartest? In this video, we will rank Squid Game characters by intelligence and IQ. We'll start with player 196, Kong Min-ah, one of the main characters with the least screen time. She is without a doubt the owner of the stupidest death in the entire series. This alone is enough to put her at the very bottom of our ranking. Next up is player number 199, Abdul Ali, who is one of the most beloved characters in the first season of Squid Game, and perhaps the most tragic death that all the players have ever seen. He won the love of the audience with his sincerity and kindness. Ali's rating is low because of his naivety, which got him killed at the worst possible moment. Many would agree that the moment when Ali trusted Song-woo in the marble game was one of the dumbest moments of the show. A very interesting and kind character, but not the smartest on the list. Although Kim Jun-hee shows resilience and independence in games, she has to rely entirely on her team due to her pregnancy. Player 222 is not stupid in general, but playing such games while pregnant is clearly not a smart decision. If the games were individual or based solely on physical ability, it would most likely lead to her death. Let's talk about 007 player Park Young-sik, who is a hot-tempered and reckless character whose actions are mainly driven by his desire to pay off the debts he has accumulated through gambling. Although he trusts his mother and communicates well with the other players, his bad decisions often undermine his position in the game. Young-sik prioritizes his personal interests, such as voting to continue the games in order to pay off the debt he initially hid from his mother. He also often throws tantrums and clearly does not have a high intelligence. Next up is player 246 Park Kyung-seok, who surpasses the previous characters in intelligence and ability to adapt and take risks. He actively participates in the rebellion, learning how to use weapons and coordinating with other players. However, this player's sanity is questionable due to the fact that he abandoned his sick child and agreed to participate in unknown games. The next position is taken by players 390 and 388, Park Jung-bae and Kang Dae-ho. Both of their military experiences have improved their problem-solving and teamwork skills. Jung-bae excels in strategic thinking and leadership skills, while Dae-ho is meticulous and empathetic, often making precise and skillful moves. However, both characters suffer from emotional limitations that affect their decision-making ability under extreme stress. Dae-ho was completely panicked during the uprising. We know that Jung-bae played games for gambling, which prevented them from taking a higher position in our rankings. Player 230. Thanos is far from the smartest character in the Squid Game, and his impulsive nature, such as investing all his money in a cryptocurrency scam, demonstrates a lack of foresight. In addition, he is addicted to substances, without which Thanos often had panic attacks. However, his ability to manipulate others and quickly adapt to severe stress demonstrates a level of cunning that surpasses more naive players. It is also worth noting that Thanos took the challenges quite easily, and perhaps if not for the fork in his throat, he could have become one of the main contenders for victory in the games. Player 149 Jang Gum-ja demonstrates considerable intelligence throughout the games, possessing insight into others that helps her and her son throughout their trials. For example, in Red Light, Green Light, she was hesitant about Ki-hoon's warning, but quickly adapted and followed his lead. She immediately noticed that Joon-hee was pregnant. She is also the only player to have smuggled a weapon into the games. Additionally, her age and life experience give her a unique perspective, allowing her to make more informed decisions, understand people's motives, and avoid rash actions. Next up is 067's heroine, Kang Se-byuk, who was also remembered and loved by viewers after watching the first season. She shows that she can make important decisions and act effectively in difficult situations. In difficult situations such as being attacked by other players, Se-byuk shows determination and composure. Her cunning is shown early on when she sneaks through the bathroom vent to collect game data. She always thinks about every move she makes and aims to take advantage of every opportunity. Next up is player 212, Han Mi-nyo. At first glance, she appears to be a crazy and impulsive woman, but in reality, she is quite intelligent and cunning, skillfully manipulating others to her advantage. Using her keen psychological skills to ensure her protection, her quick reflexes are shown when she asks the guards to let her smoke, and help Se-byuk learn about the sugar honeycomb game. Notably, she is the only character to have been part of both Team Deok-soo and Team Kai-hoon, highlighting her adaptability and ability to team up with the strongest players. It is worth noting that she is possibly the only participant in the entire series to knowingly go to her death to teach Player 101 a lesson in the Glass Bridge game. Player 101, Zhang Duk-soo, is perhaps the most physically strong player in both seasons, and he uses this trump card wisely. First of all, at the games, he organized a gang that allowed him to put pressure on the other players. In the game with balls, when Duk-soo was losing, he came up with a new game where he could even out the chances of winning, which ultimately saved his life. He is also the only one who refused to jump on a glass bridge without knowing the right choice. And who knows, maybe if it weren't for Han Mineo, Duk-soo would have become the winner of the 2020 games. The next most intelligent player is 333 Lee Myung-gi, who was once a successful YouTuber and active crypto trader. Considering that Myung-gi was a moneymaker and was trusted by traders, the guy has no problem with his brains. He doesn't have physical strength, but he is smart and brave. And let's not forget that he was the one who eliminated the main bad guy of the second season, Thanos. Hyunju, player 120, is a very smart person, and her combat and leadership skills are especially evident in critical situations. For example, she supported Kai-hoon's rebellion and covered for Jung Bae and the protagonist. She also helped her friend pass the pentathlon trials and gave a crazy woman who almost let the whole team down in a panic a major blow. Hyunju holds this position in our rankings due to her excellent combat skills and mental fortitude. Now let's move on to Kang No-yeol. She is a refugee from North Korea where she served in the army. No-yeol has excellent training and resourcefulness, single-handedly confronts corrupt soldiers who profited from dead players, has the courage to confront them in a fight, as well as compassion for the daughter of player 246. She approaches such dangerous work with due composure, and as I believe, she showed resourcefulness by not killing Kyung-suk, shooting him in the shoulder area. Most likely they will be one of the keys to Ki-hoon's victory over the host. Finally, we get to the main character of the Squid Game, Song Ki-hoon, the winner of the 2020 games. Introduced in the first season as a loser drowning in debt and struggling financially, his victory in 2020 was largely due to luck, but even so, his strategic thinking and ability to form alliances with other players cannot be underestimated. However, by the events of the second season, Kai-hoon has changed significantly, becoming smarter and more experienced, learning from his past mistakes. In the new season, he returns with the goal of ending the games once and for all. His development as a character includes a deeper understanding of human nature and betrayal, as well as the necessary composure and leadership skills. And so we come to the top 5 smartest characters in the Squid Game. And starting our top 5 is the Recruiter, one of the most mysterious and cold-blooded characters in the entire series. He demonstrates intelligence through his strategic approach to recruiting participants and his deep understanding of human psychology. His ability to identify and exploit vulnerable people demonstrates his keen and calculating mind. His rise through the ranks of the Squid Game organization from a common worker to a recruiter once again highlights his resourcefulness and adaptability. Despite his ruthless nature, his understanding of human behavior and the ability to use this knowledge make him a key figure in this deadly game. Taking the 4th spot on our list is police officer Hwang Jun-ho, who demonstrates exceptional intelligence by successfully infiltrating a highly guarded and deadly Squid Game organization. He meticulously adapts to his surroundings, flawlessly assuming the roles of a soldier and even a waiter for VIP guests. His ability to gather vital evidence, such as finding the frontman's files, while remaining undetected highlights his keen senses and quick reactions. He is calm in critical situations, able to maintain a disguise without giving himself away, and single-handedly held his own against an entire army of soldiers throughout the first season. The bronze medal goes to player 218, Cho Sung-woo. He is an excellent analyst and adapts to critical conditions. He guessed the upcoming game with sugar honeycombs from indirect clues, but decided to hide his guesses to improve his chances of survival. Sang-woo also managed to outwit the naive Ali in the game with balls and got out of what turned out to be a losing situation. He also played a decisive role in the tug-of-war when his team was running out of strength. Throughout the first season, Sang-woo demonstrated leadership qualities and ingenuity, which allowed him to reach the final round. Second place goes to the host, aka Hwang In-ho. The frontman is one of the smartest characters, thanks to his strategic thinking and ability to maintain control over the games in the first season. His intelligence is shown through his role as the mysterious leader of the Death Games. In the second part, he plays a more active role, Participating in the trials as the #1 player, he flawlessly joins the ranks of the participants to gather information and influence the outcome of the game. His actions are aimed at breaking Ki-hoon's spirit, demonstrating the futility of resisting the organizers of the games. For example, killing the main character's friend right in front of him was a carefully calculated move. It is also worth noting that he was the winner of the 2015 games, which in itself requires high intelligence. And the honorable first place goes to the old man, Oh Il-nam. He is undoubtedly the smartest character in the Squid Game. He not only created the deadly games from scratch, but also developed the entire system in such a way as to simultaneously entertain the rich and test human nature in extreme conditions. And in all the years of the organization's existence, he has never been caught. During the games, despite his age and weakness, he remains calm and calculating. In the game Red Light, Green Light, he passes the test with a smile. And in Tug of War, he comes up with a brilliant plan that helps his team win. He also managed to outsmart Ki-hoon in the game with balls, but in the end he took pity on him and let the main character win. In my opinion, organizing such games and keeping them a secret for so many years is an incredibly difficult task, considering how often in games everything goes wrong. That is why he occupies the highest line of our top. What would your top smartest players look like? Write your opinion in the comments, and that's all for me. Thanks for watching, and see you in new videos.